what we need to do is start measuring events that are going to happen in the future. So management, for example, of the Volkswagen team here, represented here, will have they know there's a new model coming in from Germany, and the date is, say, the 1st of September. But they look at their sales figures and go, whoa, this is terrible. We're being hurt by our competition. Lexus has brought their new model out, and we cannot wait till September. So if every week the CEO is constantly reminded each week of the future commissioning dates of new products or new projects that are about to be finished, they can look and say, yeah, I'm happy with that, I'm happy with that. But if they're not, they go, no, we're dying here. We have got to bring it forward. We've got to make this, we need to sell this new Volkswagen in July. So the CEO gets on and makes a phone call and say, your job, contact Germany. The car's already been made. They just left us at the bottom of the line. We're not going to make our sales targets unless we get some quota now. So it helps people focus. I mentioned a story about customers. If the CEO has a list of the key customers and a simple note of when the next visit's going to be, just a simple thing like that, the CEO knows that then our key customers are being monitored and sold to. But one day when he's looking at the list, one week, a company's name will appear and there'll be no date. And the CEO goes, what is happening? And the people say, Thomas left and we haven't recruited yet. And the CEO goes, but who's covering this client? We haven't organised that yet. He said, for heaven's sake, sort it out, or I myself will go there tomorrow. We cannot live with our key customers not being looked after. So it's a focus on the here and now, on important things that should be happening in the near future, or in some cases, in the planned future. Well, what they want, I showed a picture of alignment. I showed a picture of nature. I showed a picture of elephants and following each other, all together going on a route. And what we need is we need staff in our companies to be aligned. So our effort is pushing and pulling in the right direction. In order to do that, we need things that are going to help that. And there are two things that really help alignment. One is an understanding of what's important in the company, and that's critical success factors. And secondly, the measures within those critical success factors. And I've talked about there are two types of measure. Measures that measure collective results or outcomes, called result indicators, and those that measure performance in an actual team. And I call those performance indicators. Look, a small company, they don't call them KPIs, but the CEO will intrinsically be monitoring stuff, and that's fine. So a company in Estonia that's not using KPIs is actually better off than a company in Estonia that is measuring the wrong thing. If you're measuring the wrong thing, you're actually doing damage. So I would say, unless you do it right, don't do it at all. So a lot of companies can work perfectly well, but they'll never be great companies. Great companies need a focus. They need the flywheel. They need all the staff turning the flywheel of change and all going in the right direction. Yeah, KPIs, you're quite right, have to be simple. And the staff need to understand them. If it's complex, it won't work. So I always say a performance measure to work needs to pass the 14-year-old test. In other words, I could bring my 14-year-old daughter into your company and she could run it. She could look at the KPI and understand it and make the phone calls. So for example, a 14-year-old could have run British Airways. All you have to do is look at this list here and on the computer, and all these planes here that are late for more than 2 hours, ring this person here, and here's the script of what you need to say. Make these calls. Wow, that's easy. Great management is simple. Great KPIs is simple. Yeah, without doubt. You can be good, but you can't be great. That's it. So if a company's happy where they are, they don't have KPIs, enjoy. But if you really want to go to greatness, to have everybody pulling the right way, you do need measurement, and you need to measure the right things. And to measure the right things, we are talking about